Welcome back to AutoLooks Online. This week we're looking at the 2011 Scion TC. I don't know, is this a brand new sports coupe or is this Toyota's attempt at trying to bring back the old AE86? Seriously, the new TC is very evil, very cool, but it's kind of boxy. And if everyone remembers the old 1986 Corolla GTS or Scion in Japan, the TC may seem sort of similar. Let's take a look. Up front, you got pretty boxy, pretty bland, pretty boring. This thing screams aftermarket. Everything about it. First I saw this, I said, okay, who's going to be the first to add a modification for this for aftermarket? Rims are cool. Front air duct, no. Needs a new bumper. Needs new bottom air ducts. Needs new center air duct. Needs more appeal. You look at this thing, you gotta make it think, okay, we need a bottom spoiler. We need some canards. We need some better air ducts. Now, we need a better looking center grille. Yeah, that thing would be great. The giant radiator behind it, or your intercooler. But you know what? Right now, it's just looking like, hey, what else can I do? Great attempt from Toyota on their part, because they made a vehicle that just screams, buy me, customize me. Spend tons of money in the aftermarket industry on me. Okay? Us in the aftermarket industry are loving Toyota for this. Why? Because they're giving us a vehicle to work with. It's not like Ford. Okay, yeah, I'm wearing a Mustang hat. I don't mind Mustangs. But hey, the GT500, anyone can go out and buy this damn thing and freaking race around and say, hey, I got this cool, super fast car. You buy a Scion TC, you plunk down 20 grand into this thing to go up against a GT500. At least you made it yourself. Okay? Now, Hood screams, I need a scoop. I need air ducts. One's for heat to escape or cold air to come in. Okay? It just screams, I need something. Number one feature up front, headlights. Evil looking headlights. You don't got to change the headlights in the front end of this thing. You need to change the hood. You need to change the front bumper. Okay. Moving on to the side, boring. That's all I can say. There's no side ducts. They need something. They need a line. They need a body line. Hell, they need something that goes from here up to here to create something on this side. I know the MG6 was cool because it didn't need it. This thing's too boxy. It needs something. It's too bland and boring. Unless you're using it for advertising space, it's just boring. Add some side skirts. Okay, these ones aren't the greatest. Add some better ones. Mirrors. Okay, we got turn signals on these mirrors. They're yellow. Great car. Yellow lights. Get rid of the yellow. Crystallize it. Come on, headlights. Darken in. Darken in. Let's do it. Come on, Scion. Windshield, very nicely done, but I still find it too flat. Should be going like this. It's going like this. Okay? Yeah, I know Scion is known for kind of boxy, odd-looking vehicles, but seriously, I thought the TC would be the one vehicle that didn't follow this suit. Moving on to the back. Here's where we get some neat things. Here's where we get some other features. Yeah, this thing screams, I need a body kit. I need a body kit. I need a better spoiler. I need something. Now, feature I'm not too crazy about is the fact that they flattened out here. Maybe if they curved it around, could have been cool. It still looks cool like that because it follows the tapered rear end. Yeah, cool, but it takes some time to get used to. I would personally buy one of these things, but not before making some modifications to this. Tail lights, they look like they're supposed to be on a truck, not a car. They could have done a lot more with this thing. Like, why are they sunken in? A Challenger is sunken in. But have you seen the original Challenger? They were the same way. They're allowed to. Ford Mustangs, allowed to. Camaro, allowed to. This thing, one big, it looks like a giant rectangle in the rear end. Come on. Let's do something with this thing. I know you got these nice little air ducts. Nice little way for the air to flow right out. You know what? let's create a lot better exhaust port. Some more features on this bumper. Huh. A little air duct right here. Right here. Get rid of these taillights. Like, if they're like that, they'd be a little bit boring. But you know what? Even if they just came like this, might be a little bit better. Do something. And the number one thing, you're getting kind of a ducktail to the rear end of this. Too flat. Okay? Too flat. I love this car. I think it's great. But you know what? It just got a little too many boxy features. If I want to buy a car to customize, I'm buying this thing. If I just need a personal car to get me back and forth to work and look cool in, I'm not buying this thing. Why? It's too plain. You got nice rims, but that's all you really got. No. Okay, overall, even though I'm not too crazy about this car and it needs a lot of aftermarket modifications, you still got to give it an 8 out of 10. Why? Because it screams modifications. Cars that scream that, like you can have a car that screams, I'm fast, I'm cool, I'm great, but I'm going to put an aftermarket body kit on it. Okay, take a look. Passat CC. Put a body kit on that thing. Hard car to figure it out. What do? How do we make it look good? This thing, tons and tons of potential. That's the greatest news about this car. It's sporty, it's evil, it's a box on wheels. Not as bad as the original XB. Bit of plain, but the fact that the side windows are so low kind of reminds me of a fast-looking mob car. Could also be a cruiser. You drop this thing down, put some big rims on it, you got a cruiser. Drop this thing down, put some racing rims on it, you get a racing car. Don't have to chop the roof. Right? Overall, I love this car. I think it's great. I think it's cool, and I think it's nice that they're finally bringing these damn things to Canada. About time. Still haven't made their way to my city, but they're making their way. Yeah. For this week at Autolux, this is Ever Jay saying, hey, Scion, I love your boxy attitude, but hey, you need to dumb it down just a little bit. Create some curves. And take a note from Mitsubishi, an evil rear end is just as good as an evil front end.